Hey guys, so I took the movement out of the Seth Thomas, beautiful Seth Thomas by the way, one of my customers. This is the movement. It's really dirty. By looking at it, when the customer brought it in, I could already tell it was dirty, but I didn't give a price because I need to take it out of the case and see how bad it is. So I can't see how many bushings are needed here because it needs to be taken apart, cleaned. The pivots need to be polished, and it needs to be assembled. I need to mark the place where it needs bushings, and then after that I take it apart again and properly bush it, and if I need to clean it again and whatnot, and I oil it with proper lubrication. So here we have a sample plate. So this is the back plate, and as you can see here, these are your oil wells. So this is where the oil has to rest only in this area, in that region right there. It's the oil sink. That's all it is. So you can't put too much oil, because actually what will happen is it'll leak out of there, and it cause more damage. You need to oil it the proper way. Not too much oil, not too little oil.
Show them the oil dripping on the other one.
So yeah, over here, as you can see, we got oil dripping all over there. Over here too, we got oil marks and everything. So this clock has been oiled probably twice or 3 times, and it hasn't been serviced the proper ways. The oil is all over the place. It needs to be only in those oil sinks. So what I'm going to do here is first give him an estimate. It needs to be completely overhauled, and the complete overhaul is where all the gears are taken out of the plates. Here's an example of a gear. As you can see, these are the pivots right here. This tiny portion right here is the pivot. One here and one there. And this is the gear, and this is the pinion. So we have to check for wear here on the pinion. We gotta check for wear on the pivot. We gotta check for any tooth damage or anything, any of these pins. We gotta check for wear. If it needs anything replaced, it needs to be replaced or fixed or whatnot.
On every one of those gears, huh?
On every one of these gears, it needs to be inspected and polished and cleaned.
How many gears you think are in that?
So okay, look over here. This is a Westminster model, and if you don't know that off the bat, you're looking at it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hammers. So if it's just the one hammer, then it's most likely a time and strike. What else could it be? If it's 2 hammers, it could still be a time and strike. It could be a bim bam. So if it has 8 hammers or 9 hammers, then you're talking like a triple chime, or like a Westminster and Whittington and the St. Michael. It could possibly be a Winchester, whatever. But looking at the clock, you got 3 arbors. Those arbors are where you put your key in there and you wind it, right? So this clock is under power. Before I take this apart, I need to take the power out. This is a letdown chuck. I put it on the arbor. I release the ratchet and the click, and the power comes out by, you need to do it the proper way. So in order for me to guarantee for 1 year, this needs to be taken all apart. The pivots need to be polished. Any worn bushings need to be replaced. Anything that's damaged needs to be either repaired or replaced. It needs to be properly lubricated with synthetic clock oil and medium oil, depending on the clock, and also grease. I use a tiny little brush here for example, the star wheel on the strike side. Let me explain to you. In the middle arbor, we got here the time train. Over here we got the chime train. Over here we got the strike train. The reason why is because over here is your rack and your gathering pallets right there. So, and it's got a star over there, star wheel. So you know that this side is the strike train. So this has its own set of gears. It doesn't interfere with any one of these. I mean, it's got its own set. So you need to wind all 3 of these in order for the clock to strike, to keep time, and to chime. So all of these need to be looked at, and mainsprings need to be come out of the barrels, cleaned, stretched, lubricated, and everything needs to be done the way the manufacturer recommends.
Okay,
So,
so
any questions?
yes. One question, teacher.
Yes.
So why can't I just oil it again?
Oh no, this is not recommended to be oiled. It's not. It may still work, but you're just causing more damage to what's already been done. You can't keep adding oil. Just like your car, you can't keep putting another quart of oil when the manufacturer says this car only takes 6 quarts. So there's only so much oil you can put in that oil sink. And
Right.
then what happens is the reason why the clock gets worn out is because that oil gets dried up, gummed up, becomes like sandpaper, like grit, nitty gritty.
Captures dirt.
Yes.
Dirt is captured in the oil.
Yes, exactly. So and it gets really dirty and it starts causing wear. And then when it gets so dry, after the oil dries up, it starts eating away at the brass. So these plates are made of brass, and the pivots and the arbors are made of mild steel most of the time. So that steel eats away at the brass. I've gone to house calls and I've seen particles of brass on the wood, and it's very, very critical to oil when it's necessary. It's recommended every 2 years to be oiled and lubricated. That's
That's minimum. How
There's
often does it
certain-
need to be overhauled?
it needs to be. It's recommended that it be overhauled every 5 years. Now people use their clocks for 30 years and say, "Honey, the clock still works. Why do we need to fix it?" But it's like cavities. Like, look, you got like your teeth don't hurt, but what happens is you go to the dentist and they tell you, "Oh, you got a bunch of cavities." Now, it might be fine now, but 10 years down the line, it's gonna cause so much damage and it's gonna be 10 times the price. So it's better you service it on time. That way you cause less damage, and you don't go into more expense. You save yourself some money down the line. You get your car serviced, get your teeth cleaned on time, everything. All that stuff matters. You can do a partial cleaning on this one, but I recommend you take it to a professional, and that's me. You can bring it to our shop at Executive Clock Gallery. We're located on 3806 and 1/2 Ocean View Boulevard, Montrose, California, 91020. Thank you.